In this code sample, what we're looking at is passing and returning a structure to and from a function. So one of the things here to note is, first and foremost, we have on line number 8, because it is something that probably just because of the way we have covered the material here for class that you have forgotten about, is the constant double for pi is a global variable because it is outside of the scope of main. So you can see it's available to all of, I had to check for main, I apologize, it's here on line number 21. That's the thing I forgot to mention to you. It is outside of the scope here of main, which starts on 21. So that way it is available to the rest of the functions that we have here in the program. So that's the first thing to notice. And here is our new wrinkle for the chapter. You'll notice on line number 19 that instead of void, or instead of int or double or string, we have circle get info. And that is possible because we have this structure definition right here for circle. So what we're saying is that get info will receive, well, parameters, right? So it's going to get arguments from someplace, potentially, but what it's going to do is return a circle structure. So that you can actually see right here on line number 49. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and highlight that, but what I'll tell you is inside of main we need to create an instance of a circle, so we call that circle C. That is on line number 23. From there we say C equals get info. So what we're going to do is assign parts of our circle structure by calling get info. So once we do that, you'll notice inside of here we create a temporary circle. Now we can actually use the new keyword here the same way we did with arrays and pointers to arrays in the previous chapter. It's just that we have absolutely positively no reason to have to do that. But if for whatever reason we decided that we needed another copy of the structure after the scope of get info, we could do that. But don't. Not for this. So you'll notice that we are accessing the members of that structure by the dot notation again. So temp circle dot diameter, that's how we get, you guessed it, diameter. Here, temp circle dot radius is a calculated field, so I don't need to get that from my user because I simply divide the diameter by 2 to get radius. It was grade school. It was a long time ago. We needed to know that stuff. And you'll notice that I return circle. So that's why I can say C equals get info here, because we are returning a circle structure so that we can assign to it the variables that we need for the members in C, which is a circle. And then here, you'll notice that we are wrong. It's right here on line number 29 that we are doing the math to get the area of our circle. And then when we want to be able to print it, remember that in our cout statements, we need to use the dot notation again to refer to what portion of the structure it is that we want to print out here. Because remember, you cannot just say cout and then C, because C is our structure, or the circle structure, because that won't work. We actually have to refer to the individual members of that function if we are going to do that in a cout statement.